You said some of the best advice you ever got was from your late father, Frank.
Yes.
In 2003, he passed away.
Yes.
What is the advice from Frank that stuck with you? Look at this picture of you.
Yeah, oh, that's in California. My dad once said, always, and I took this to kind of in a macro way. He always said, always buy a little more than you can afford for everything, and then you will rise to the occasion. And that has been true. Been absolutely true. Always go a little higher. And the funny thing is I said to my mother, I was buying a house and my dad had passed, and I said, remember when Dad said, go a little higher? And I did. And she said, there she is, there's my mom. My mom said, he never did that. I said, really? She was kind of had a flat affect. She goes, he never did that.
He never did. Well, they say those who can't do teach.
Yeah, exactly.
So he was teaching you to be aspirational.
Absolutely.
That's what that was. He didn't want you in debt.
Oh, that is for sure. But he was an aspirational guy. You know, he grew up in the Depression, and he found he found a way to make money. So was his mother, and he became a banker. And he defied all odds. In terms of where he grew up, pretty poor. And so...
Well, like daughter, like father. You defied so many odds.
Yeah.
I mean, you are like a triple threat. I mean, you do it all.
2.5.
What don't you do?
I sing, and I act, and I move well, as we say in the business. I don't necessarily dance.
You don't count it as dancing.
No, I'm not good at all, actually. In fact, our choreographer, I said, just know I am very limited. Whatever you tell me to do, I won't be able to. I have to make it up. Oh, it has to come from me, or I can't be taught.
So you're the freestyler.
Exactly. So she would see me I'm always dancing, but I can't be told how to dance. And she identified about 3 moves that I can do, and she put those in the show.
What is the one move you do? Oh, boy, here we go. Oh.
Though it looks like I'm at a hoedown, that got me through the 80s. That got me through the dancing in the 80s.
The show is live.
Yes.
I'm going to rethink that question. That looks like your character on Mace. I mean, what is that, the hoedown?
It's kind of a hoedown, but I thought it was really cool in the 80s, and I used to do it at the dance clubs. And it's...
At the dance clubs,
when I would go out dancing, and when I would go out clubbing in the 80s. So that's one of them.
I love it. Well, you do it so naturally.
It kind of
and it's weaved into Funny Girl.
Absolutely, and the shimmy.
And the shimmy.
Yeah.
See, now you're up to 2.
Yeah,
you got
I'm up to 2.
May as well give me the third one.
And I could do boom, boom, boom.
That'll get you through life.
That's
how you become.
Absolutely.
We talked about your dad and the advice that he gave you. I know there's an emotional... Whenever I accomplish something, I think about what would my mom think, right? Or how does this play a role in what my mom poured into me? Mm-hmm. There's an emotional tie for you with your mother and Funny Girl.
Oh, yes. I grew up listening to this soundtrack. My mother loved musicals, and this was her favorite. So we listened to this. We would listen to The King and I and Sound of Music, My Fair Lady, but this was the one that made us laugh. And I know every breath of that soundtrack. Yeah. And so we would sing that together. And in the context of the play, Mrs. Bryce, the character I play now, sings a song, Who Taught Her Everything She Knows? Who taught Fanny Bryce everything she knows? I taught her everything she knows. And so my mother, when I was, starting out in television, and I would get like a spot on a sitcom or something, she would call my answering machine and say, Who taught her everything she knows? I wish I saved them, too.
That is so sweet.
Yeah, isn't that sweet?